Do prayers work? Many people pray faithfully and yet carry a quiet ache. Why hasn't anything changed? You pray, you ask, you hope, sometimes desperately, and still, the answers you long for seem absent. Over time, disappointment settles in. You begin to wonder whether God is listening, whether prayer truly works, or whether His promises apply to you at all. The uncomfortable truth is this: most of us think we understand prayer far better than we actually do. We assume prayer is primarily about talking, telling God what we need, explaining our struggles, listing our requests. We approach prayer as something we do, believing that sincerity, repetition, or the right words will eventually produce results. When those results don't come, prayer begins to feel ineffective. Slowly, prayer becomes wishful thinking clothed in religious language. We hope hard enough, speak positively enough, and trust that God will eventually respond in the way we expect. When He doesn't, we feel disappointed, or worse, ignored. Others reduce prayer to daily affirmations. God subtly shifts from being the center of prayer to being the means to an outcome we desire. Prayer becomes about feeling better, staying optimistic, or managing anxiety rather than encountering the living God. At its worst, prayer becomes transactional. If I do this, God should do that. Or, if God does this, I promise to do that. We measure prayer by visible outcomes. No change means no answer. Silence is interpreted as absence. Waiting feels like rejection. Then, we begin to question, do prayers really work? Does God really hear and answer my prayers? The answer is simple. Yes, they do work, and yes, God hears and answers prayers. Why? Because prayer in and of itself is a grace. You did not simply wake up one day and decide on your own to pray. The desire to pray, however weak, however imperfect, did not originate in your own righteousness or discipline. It was given. That quiet urge to pause, to seek God, to speak to Him in the middle of your day, or in the midst of life's challenges and struggles, that is your guardian angel nudging you to respond to God, inviting you to have a conversation with Him. Isn't that beautiful? Long before we even form the words of our prayer, heaven has already moved toward us. God speaks first. Prayer is how we respond. So how could He not hear us and listen to us when He just invited us to talk with Him? Even more profoundly, if God invites us to a conversation with Him, He must be wanting to tell us something. Jesus said in John chapter 10, verse 27, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." So the question now becomes, do I recognize His voice? How have I responded to His invitations? Have I asked Him what He's trying to say to me or teach me? Or do I do all the talking? Do I allow Him to speak to me in silence? How well do I listen to Him and follow Him?